You are 29. Today you become a judge. Nobody here knows your name yet. Not really. An old official hands you real power today. The robe waits on its hook. So do you. You put it on slowly. It fits too well. You touch the gavel. It feels heavier than expected. One knock echoes through the whole empty room. Your wife says she's proud. You believe her fully. You barely sleep. Tomorrow finally starts for real. A room full of strangers now waits for you. Your first case, a tired man stealing bread. He looks hungrier than dangerous. You notice immediately. He says he only wanted to feed his kids. You show mercy. It feels correct and simple. He walks out standing taller than he walked in. Your first day ends. It felt almost righteous. People nod at you now. That never happened before. You hum on the way home. You haven't in years. You take the case files home. Every single night. The files never stop arriving. Neither does the tiredness. Reporters wait outside now. That's new too. A reporter asks for a comment. You keep it short. You walk past them calmly. You have no idea yet. Your name is painted on a door for the first time. The next case is bigger. Much more is writing. A well-dressed stranger wants a private word. You study the card longer than you should. You agreed to dinner. You tell yourself it's harmless. He speaks like this happens to everyone eventually. An envelope appears. Neither of you mentions it directly. You think of your rent. Your hand keeps moving. You take it fast, before your conscience can argue. You hold it the whole walk home, just once. You count it twice. It's more than expected. You hide it fast, somewhere your wife won't look. The small business owner stands there, completely unaware. You rule exactly the way the envelope wanted. A man's business ends because of your signature. His hands shake, packing up 20 years of work. You watch him drive away. You don't look long. A gift arrives quietly. You wear it the next day. Your wife notices the watch immediately. You lie easily. You answer too smoothly. It scares you a little. The lie sits heavier than the watch ever could. His name appears again. Weeks pass faster than expected. The favors stop being occasional. Now they're routine. You agree faster this time. It scares you how fast. You rule against a mother. Someone is always watching now. Her crying follows you long after she leaves. You bought a bigger house. It still feels hollow. Your father notices first. Fathers always notice first. You have no honest answer for him, none at all. Your reflection looks a little colder every single week. The drawer fills faster than you expected it to. You close the drawer. You don't count it anymore. They call you fair in print. You know better. Your wife sleeps facing away from you most nights. Your daughter asks twice. You barely hear her once. His car waits outside more often now, always watching. A low dread settles in that never quite lifts. A hurt worker sues the company that hurt him. The requests stop needing words now, just numbers. You do the math faster than you'd like to. He limps to the stand. The injury is undeniable. He says he can't lift his own son anymore. You glance at the gallery. He's already watching. You rule against an injured man for a paycheck. His wife grips his hand. Neither of them moves. He passes you in silence. That silence says everything. You sit in your car longer than you should. You drive home in total silence. No radio tonight. The house is dark again. You're used to that now. You sit with a drink and complete silence. The envelopes arrive at your office now. No restaurant needed. You count it without hesitation. It's routine now. A new car appears. You don't ask questions anymore. Your daughter smiles at the car. You force one back. You force a smile. It doesn't reach your eyes. A journalist starts asking questions in print now. You memorize her name without meaning to. A reporter watches you from across the coffee shop. You both look away at exactly the same moment. Someone left every article about you in one folder. The pattern in the headlines is impossible to miss. An unfamiliar car sits outside most nights now. You check the lock twice. You never used to. The drawer won't close properly anymore. Neither will you. Dinner passes in near total silence most nights now. Your wife finally asks the question directly. You hesitate too long. She sees it immediately. A new file lands. This one feels different somehow. His family sits in the gallery, holding hands tightly. He swears he never touched the money. He means it. The familiar face is in the gallery again, waiting. Something in the evidence doesn't add up cleanly. This envelope is heavier than any before it. Your hand actually trembles taking this one. His mother cries quietly through the entire hearing. You raise the gavel. His whole face goes pale. He shouts that he's innocent. Nobody in power listens. His mother reaches out. The bailiff pulls him past. The hallway empties. You stand there far too long. His face won't leave your mind the whole drive. You stare at your hands like they belong elsewhere. Dinner sits untouched. You can't remember why you Saturday. His family loses their home a few weeks later. You read it twice. Your jaw tightens both times. The friendly smile is finally gone completely. You raise your voice. It changes absolutely nothing. He leaves unbothered. You realize who actually rules here. You reopen the file you swore you'd forget. The evidence was always there. You simply ignored it. The timeline never fit. You never checked closely enough. The full weight finally settles in, all at once. You stand where he stood. It feels different now. She sits down without asking. You already know why. She lays out a pattern you thought was hidden. You weigh exactly how much you're willing to admit. You slide the evidence across before you can stop yourself. Her expression shifts from suspicion into real shock. You finally start telling your father the truth. His disappointment hurts worse than any headline would. He grips your hand anyway. That surprises you most. You file the request. Your hand finally stops shaking. You watch it disappear into the system. No turning back. The threats stop being subtle. Now they're direct. You're afraid. You refuse to move anyway. The same car follows you the entire drive home. You check every window before you sit down. You finally tell her everything, all of it. She sits in silence longer than you can bear. She tells you to finish what you started. You reopen the case in front of everyone watching. He stands and walks out before the hearing ends. Her research becomes the evidence that changes everything. The officer admits they were told to move fast. Hope slowly returns to a mother's face. You overturn it. His family finally exhales together. He embraces his mother. Both of them are crying. The courtroom empties slowly. You stay seated longest. They remove your robe the very same afternoon. He drives away untouched. That part never changes. Investigators finally arrive. You answer every question. You lay out every detail yourself. No more hiding. You stand where defendants once stood before you. The charges are read. You accept every word. Your lawyer argues you eventually tried to fix it. No envelope waits this time, just the honest wait. You take the sentence without a single complaint. You walk out for what feels like the last time. They wait for you outside. Despite everything, they wait. Her small arms wrap around you completely. You sit as an ordinary man for the first time. He doesn't forgive you. He does say something honest. You shake his hand. It's the heaviest handshake yet. He walks back toward the family that waited for him. You sit a while longer, letting it all settle. You knock on a door you never expected to visit. He asks what you could possibly want now. You admit the ruling was wrong to his face. His guard drops slightly, just slightly, but it drops. You sit at his table and actually start helping. You help people now. Nobody sends you an envelope. The desk is smaller now. Somehow it feels bigger. You tell her you should have ruled differently. Her wariness shifts slowly into cautious hope. You keep the old robe. You never wear it again. The expensive furniture is gone. The apartment feels honest. Dinner is simple again. It tastes better than it did. She reaches for your hand without having to think. Your daughter repeats herself. You finally actually hear her. Your father finally looks at you without disappointment. She writes a follow-up. This one is kinder. You fold it away. You don't need it to feel true. You pause outside the house you grew up in. You sit on the same steps you sat on as a boy. You stand up lighter than you've felt in years. 1 year later, you speak to a much smaller room. You speak without notes. You don't need them anymore. Familiar faces sit in the crowd, all of them present. You spot him in the crowd. You nod. He nods back. The worker sits near the back, standing straighter now. The mother sits with her child, finally listening closely. The applause is small and honest. No cameras flash. Your daughter greets you first. She's a little older now. You walk out together into ordinary evening light. Your father waits by the car with a small proud nod. The radio plays. The conversation is easy now. The house is smaller now. It's never once felt empty. You talk quietly under the stars. No envelopes waiting. You framed the old file. A reminder, not a trophy. She writes that your honesty changed more than you know. You sit back and let the quiet moment last. You unlock the office door yourself every single morning. Your smile isn't forced anymore, not even a little. You open a blank file completely present this time. You call to say you're on your way home. Always now. You stand where you started, completely changed inside. You finally meet your own eyes without flinching. You turn away calmly. You don't look back this time. Long shadows stretch behind you. None of them chase you. Power promised justice. It nearly cost you your soul. You got it all back, just not the way you expected. No envelope waits for you now. Nothing needs to. You track down the business owner you once ruined. He recognizes you instantly. His face hardens fast. You admit the ruling was bought, out loud, finally. His anger shifts slowly into disbelief instead. You draft a sworn statement together, line by line. You read the statement aloud, in your own voice. The board's expressions shift as the truth lands. His case gets reconsidered. Small justice. Finally moving. New equipment arrives months later. He's rebuilding. He still doesn't like you. He thanks you anyway. You glance back once at the new sign going up. You tell her none of this happens without her. She says she just followed where the truth was. You shake hands as something closer to equals now. You visit her new apartment. Her child plays nearby. The appeal succeeded. Relief sits plainly on both faces. Her child hugs your leg without a second thought. You kneel down and mean the smile completely. You say goodbye and walk back toward the car alone. You take one long breath before starting the engine. You help him apply for a small business grant now. His hand is steady on the final signature line. An approval letter arrives weeks later by mail. He reads it aloud. The porch fills with quiet celebration. You watch from a respectful distance. That's enough now. You recount the day's visits over a simple dinner. She says you didn't have to do any of it. You say you know. That's exactly why you did. You start keeping a journal, just for yourself now. One honest line a night. That's the only rule. You cheer loudly among the other ordinary parents now. She spots you instantly. Her whole face lights up. Easy laughter fills the car the whole way home. The neighborhood sits quiet and calm around you both. She rests her head on your shoulder. Nothing needs saying. You look back at the warm light of your own house. You close the door gently. The porch light stays on.